What are you doing?
Pardon?
What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Why are you filming?
Because it's a police car.
How come you're here?
Pardon?
How come you're here?
I can't hear you very well.
How come you're filming here?
To get shots of the police car.
Okay.
I mean, that's all. So is there a problem?
I'd rather you weren't on police property.
I mean, I haven't gone past your signs that restrict access. I haven't gone back into that area. But nothing to worry about. Who are you, sorry?
And PC 283 Reed.
283 Reeve. Thank you. Bizarre.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing a news piece?
Pardon?
Are you doing a news piece?
Just having a look at your cars now, really. Just saw this PC was idling up there, and I thought figured she's going to be coming out in a second. So, yeah, just waiting for... Oh, my days. Hang on, so we got an inspector, a PC?
Yep.
PC? Inspector. So we got 4 police officers for a man with a camera. But sorry, it's quite intimidating, isn't it, having 4 people come out?
There's private vehicles there as well as vehicles that are unmarked.
Sure, but,
I'm just wondering what you're
but it's quite intimidating having 4 officers come out and across somebody with a camera.
4 officers, including an inspector, for one man standing in a public area with a camera. This is a disproportionate response designed to intimidate, not to engage. The inspector immediately brings up private vehicles as if that changes the law. It doesn't. Under Article 10 of the Human Rights Act, individuals have the right to freedom of expression, which includes photographing public spaces and anything visible from them. If officers are concerned about their private vehicles being filmed, they shouldn't park them in areas visible from public roads. The inspector is conflating her personal preferences with legal restrictions. You must notice how she's already building a false narrative.
These premises.
Yeah, but like 4 people.
We need to establish whether there's a security issue.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk to me about what you're here for? No issue with you filming, but as I've said, it's private vehicles.
Yeah, it's not my intention to get those. If they're in the background of a shot, they're in the background of a shot, but I'm not here to... I'm not
doing a news piece. Do you want an interview? I'll talk to you if you'd like to have an interview.
Not particularly, no. Just want to have a look around, that's all. Just like to look around.
I saw you obviously trying to walk around there. So I was just wondering.
You should be careful with the information that you say like that, because I wasn't trying to walk around there at all. I was stood there for a good 4 minutes watching you in your vehicle, and I saw the sign saying no unauthorized access. So don't tell me that I was trying to walk places where I wasn't. Be careful with things like that.
Have you got the footage that you need?
I'm not sure yet, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'd like you to leave, because as I've said, there are private vehicles there, but you've got some footage. You've got enough. There's nothing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the footage that I was getting was actually interrupted by the PC stopping and coming out. But so I'll probably wait around to see if any more vehicles come in or out, see if I can get one on blue lights.
Didn't do that because, as I've said, there's private cars coming in and out. Officers don't want you recording them coming and going from duty because that presents a potential security risk.
The inspector claims that filming officers coming and going presents a potential security risk. But let's think about that logically. If it's genuinely a security risk for officers to be filmed arriving and leaving work, why are they driving personal vehicles and parking them in areas completely visible from public roads? That's a forced policy failure, not a legal justification to restrict someone standing in public. If security was the real concern, the force should provide secure parking or screening. What they cannot do is use vague security claims to override someone's Article 10 rights. The inspector is clear as day manufacturing a security justification to pressure the auditor into leaving, but security concerns don't create legal powers where none exist. And this is why we don't let police officers bully us.
They shouldn't drive to work then, really, should they? If they're that concerned.
To film the private areas that are off limit to the public.
I have every business to film anything that's visible from a public area.
But my point is, you shouldn't be going up there, which is what you've done.
I haven't gone past the signage where your signage is. It doesn't say the signage. The signage is the signage here saying that I can't go further than this, or is the signage there saying I can't go further than there? my personal use, public interest.
Well, my personal vehicle is there, and I'm asking you, from me to you as a private individual, I'm not comfortable with you violating my personal space.
It's not your personal space. It's
my vehicle there, my private vehicle is there, and I'm not comfortable with you filming that.
Well, if you hadn't announced that it was your private vehicle, nobody would ever know.
I'm telling you it is. So
no, you are doing now.
Yeah,
well, I'm not going to. It's in a public area.
In which case, you'll have to be removed to prevent the breach of the peace, because you are.
How am I breaching the peace? Do you know what the threshold is for breach of the peace?
You already have enough footage, so I'm asking you to leave.
Watch the inspector's logic collapse in real time. First, she attempts to weaponize breach of the peace, a total bluff. Under UK law, a breach of the peace requires an actual threat of violence or harm to persons or property. Standing on a public pavement with a camera doesn't even come close to that threshold. When the auditor challenges her to define the legal threshold, she realizes she's been caught out and immediately abandons that angle. Now, she's cycling through justifications to see what sticks. Since the law failed her, she pivots to, "You've had enough footage." It's an absurd claim, as if a police officer has the power to decide the expiry date of your rights.
You're creating it. These officers aren't able to get on with their policing
duty. I'm not stopping them.
There are individuals, as I was, getting on with a matter that's a concern to the community, and I've got an individual on police premises filming not only the police cars coming and going, but officers arriving for duty and leaving again. That causes me a concern.
So you're working on conjecture there, because I have specifically said that is not my intention.
I've said to you, you're causing me a concern. So
okay. Well, you're concerned. Do you police by your feelings in this country, or do you police by what the law is?
I'd like to.
Do you police by what the law is, or do you police by?
The officers to take you away, because you are not.
Am I in a public place?
There are officers having private conversations about cases in the backyard of the police station.
Well, they shouldn't be having that conversation in that sort of place.
But you shouldn't be there within the scope of being able
to
film it.
Do you know you can film anything you can see from a public place in the UK?
Okay.
Is this a public place?
This is a public place.
So there you go. So if I can film it.
Let me put it a different way. If you stand at the end of my driveway at home, which is a public place, repairable at public expense, then you film into my window. Is that acceptable?
Is this your home? Do you live here? Do you sleep here?
But these are private premises. Beyond this line here, you are filming from a public into a private space. Is that permitted?
Yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
Of course it is.
So you can stand on my road and film me in my home, can you?
If your curtains are open, then legally, yes, I can.
The auditor reveals something critical. He can hear officers discussing confidential cases in the backyard, audible from public areas and neighbouring residential properties. That's a genuine security breach. That's a Data Protection Act 2018 violation. But instead of addressing the real security failure, the inspector focuses all her energy on threatening the person pointing it out. The inspector then tries to compare a police station to her private home. This analogy fails completely. A police station is a workplace, not a residence. Officers have no expectation of privacy at their place of work. Even in her home, for example, the auditor correctly explains that filming through open windows from public is legal. The inspector is grasping at emotional arguments because she has no legal ones.
If I continue to do it repeatedly, then you could potentially take action about harassment. But at this point, I've been here once only to come and get some footage that I want to.
I want for a couple of minutes and then you can leave.
No, you don't put a time. You don't put a time limit on my rights.
On you, and
no.
I'm telling you.
Do you know what Article 10 is of the Human Rights Act?
You are causing me personally harassment and alarm.
Go talk to Lord Justice Dean about it. The police have a much higher threshold.
And then you're going to go.
No, I'm not. I'm not. Arrest me. You're going to arrest me. You'll be hearing from a solicitor and you'll be having a civil suit on your hands. Arrest me for what are you going to arrest me for?
You are causing a nuisance.
What are you going to arrest me for?
Either public nuisance or harassment.
The inspector now claims harassment, but harassment under the Protection from Harassment Act 1997 requires a course of conduct. Multiple incidents causing alarm or distress. This is the auditor's first visit to the station. One instance of lawful photography cannot constitute harassment under any legal definition. The inspector is throwing legal terms, hoping something sticks. Then comes the arrest threat, either public nuisance or harassment. Let's be absolutely clear about these thresholds. Public nuisance, under the Police, Crime, Sentencing and Courts Act 2022, requires conduct that seriously harms or risks serious harm to the public. Standing in public with a camera does not meet this threshold. Harassment requires multiple incidents. This is one interaction. Therefore, it's not harassment. The inspector making threats without legal grounds, that's not law enforcement, that's intimidation.
public nuisance.
Yeah.
So under the new legislation that came in with public. So
you've got your opportunity to film.
So
I'd like you to not film or certainly delete anything that has details of my personal vehicle or that of any other police officers there, and then I want to go. All right.
you don't put a time limit on my rights. No, I'm exercising my rights here, and you don't put a time limit on that, Inspector. Inspector, what? Blackwell? Thank you.
This is brilliant. The inspector tried to impose a time limit on someone's rights, as if Article 10 comes with a quota. You've had your opportunity to film, now leave. That's not how fundamental rights work. You don't get 2 minutes of freedom of expression, then it expires. The auditor deliberately stays longer to prove the point. The inspector made big threats about arrest, public nuisance and harassment, but when he stood his ground, she walked away and never came back. Why? Because she had no legal grounds and she knew it. Her threats were empty from the start. This is an inspector using her position to intimidate and retreating when it doesn't work.
Mom, are you all right with me? Yeah,
Yeah, see, I'm obviously not that much of a concern because you're allowing them to go about their business, yet you're threatening to arrest me. Tyrants here at Stamford.
Let's be clear about what we just witnessed.